Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk a bit about how to manage your contests as submissions start coming in. So here goes. One thing to keep in mind as your designers are submitting their work is that they're looking for immediate feedback, as immediate as possible. So folks are working and they're really interested in finding out how you feel about the work so that they can make adjustments and submit something again. So if with each submission they have to wait like 24 hours or something, it becomes very difficult for them to work towards a solid product. So one thing to keep in mind is that you're going to have to pay attention to 99 designs and try to give feedback as quickly as possible, and also try to give very detailed feedback as much as you can. It's going to help with attracting more designers because they're always watching to see if it's a well-run contest, and well-run contests get a lot more designs. If you look here on an old contest I did, you'll see 78 people were watching for updates. And these are folks that are saying, okay, maybe I'll get in, maybe I'll not get in. And you really increase your chances of getting some quality contributions if you do a good job on giving really good feedback. So that's it on feedback. But another thing to keep in mind is the actual ratings. So as you are giving ratings, try to be a little bit cautious about giving a 5-star rating very early in the process. So how this works is designers are watching for your feedback, and if they see that you're giving a lot of 5-star ratings, they already assume that you're very close to the final product, and maybe it will become a bit of a deterrent for them to submit something to your contest. So I usually try to be cautious, give like a 3-star, even for things that are really good, and give some really good feedback as well, because there are things that person could do to get it to a 5-star, and I will save the 5-star reviews until I'm pretty sure that I've found the designer that's going to bring it home. So that's something to keep in mind, to be a little bit cautious in the beginning and let your designs come in and then give feedback as you're very close to what your final product is going to be. So you'll see with this old contest I did that we had 78 watchers, as I mentioned before. The contest is blind, so designs are hidden from other designers until the end of the contest, and the contest is guaranteed, so we guarantee to award the prize, and these are marks of good contests that will end up not only working well for this contest, but it builds a profile so that people can look at your past contests as well and are more likely to work with you. One thing that you can also keep in mind is at any time you can create a poll and invite other people. You can post it on Facebook, on Twitter, you can email your friends and invite them to come to your poll and look at the contest and leave their feedback and help you rate it and so on. These were withdrawn, so you'll see that a lot of designers will withdraw their contests at the end. But while the contest is going, you can get feedback from your friends on how things look and how appealing they are and so on. So polls are very useful to bring your family and friends into the decision-making process. Another thing that I think is important is to use screenshots. So as you're leaving your feedback for your designs, well, this one I can't comment on any longer, but you would be able to click here and you can make some comments. Oh, I told this guy this is perfect, blah blah blah. I ended up with this contest choosing 2 designs because one guy did something really good on one piece of the website and another guy did something really good. So I ended up choosing 2 winners, and I talked about that here. But but as I'm going through, I would use a screenshot or I would click on the contest. It allows you to write on the actual image to let people know what you like, and very specific about your feedback. And the last thing that I want to mention here as it relates to managing your contest is to please avoid as much as possible doing a separate contest for logos. I know a lot of people, when they are thinking about a design for their website, they say, let me go get the logo done first. And I have found that that's not a very good idea. What I usually do is get the design done first, and very often the designer, if it's on 99 Designs or somewhere else, they are going to include a logo that just works with the overall design. Something very simple, and very often the designer is willing to just part with that logo. Or they may just say, oh, just add an extra 25 bucks or something for the logo. And it works out a lot better than doing a logo design separately. So, a very simple logo works. Very simple logo works. There's no need for all of the extra craziness that people often do when they go with getting a logo design first. So yeah. So that's kind of the deal on how we manage the contests. To sum up, it's really about being very cognizant that folks are working very hard on your behalf. So you want to give them very good feedback as quickly as possible, and really take the time to be courteous and be helpful, and really work closely with your designers, and you're gonna come away with a solid product in most cases. So that's about it. And in our next video, we're just going to talk a little bit about the handoff process when you found the right design, and what happens next. So thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you in a few seconds.